JillWithJill.com, and Happy New Year! Today we are going to start off the first week in January making this birthday card, but I wanted to show you how easy this card is to reproduce with several different kinds of paper. So I have this one here with some other flowered paper. I have this one here with the Good Life's Prints paper. This one here with the RSVP, I changed this one up and I had the paper go all the way around to the edge of the card, and then had a little bit of the card base pop out. And I have the same paper, same card design as the first one, and then the one we're going to make today in the video. So let me share with you a little bit of the products. So we are using the Follow Your Heart Prints paper. This is really pretty 6x6. It's Valentine's with other patterns on the back, and there are 24 double-sided sheets in here. I am using the Rustic Rose ink with matching cardstock. I have found a sentiment stamp set here. Let me put the backing on there so you can see it. So how fun are these? These are by a company called the Stamp Simply Ribbon Store. They have a whole line of clear stamps, and they have some really fabulous sentiment sets. I actually won these stamps from the Coffee Lovers blog hop, so it's the first time I'm trying their products. Absolutely love them. So we're going to be using that sentiment stamp set to make this. We are also going to be using these rectangle. They are called the Fancy Edged Rectangles, and I found them deep inside the Spellbinders website. I was looking for one that was the size of the front of the card, and I actually did not find it, because if you take this 4 by 5 1/4, you can see it doesn't quite make it. It wasn't exactly what I wanted for the sizes, but this one and these smaller ones are perfect for lots of card making sentiments and embellishments on your cards. So, and then I'm also using the small die of the month, Warm Wishes. This is from December. We're just using the flower and the leaf. I have some cards coming with these circles too, and hopefully this one will be available for purchase in a few days, and it did not sell out. I don't know yet, but we will soon find out. So we are just going to use the flower and the leaf. And then I have some scrap cardstock to match the paper, and we are ready to go. So first we are going to do some stamping. So I have my mini Misty here, and I have die cut the rectangle, and you can see that it has a really pretty scalloped edge and some piercing all in the die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my mini Misty, and I'm going to put the magnets there. And I reproduced the samples that I just showed you in just a few minutes because I used this tool. So I haven't been using this tool a whole lot just yet, but I want to position this just like this, up a little bit from the bottom and just in from the piercing edges. So when you close the lid, you get it in the perfect position. All right, so it did move my paper just a little bit, but that's okay because it's not going to matter. All right, so I'm going to ink this up with Rustic Rose, and then the second one I'm going to do is Sweet Berry. So we're going to start with Rustic Rose, and we are going to go ahead and push that down. And you can see it's just could use a little bit more ink in that one spot, so I can ink this up again and get a perfect image the second time. So there we have it stamped. So while I have this ready, I have 2 more die cuts ready to go for another birthday card with different paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the ink from Rustic Rose to Sweet Berry. Because this pink here that is Rustic Rose is lighter than the Sweet Berry, I don't have to clean my stamps. I'm just going to go right over top, and I think my magnet is just in the way. And then push that down, and we're going to have 3 of these panels ready to go for cards. I'm only going to make one in the video, but you can see, there you go, and then we have the next one, and we're just going to ink that up like this on the window. And I got ink on the door frame there. That's what's really nice about these Misties, is that it won't get all over your card like it does on a block. All right, so we are good on stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Close this up, and I will wipe that off in a little bit. So you can see we have 3 happy birthdays. So I'm going to use the Rustic Rose, and we're going to finish off making that card. So I have some scrap green here. This is Lemongrass, 2 little pieces. And I have some scrap whipped cream as well. And then I have this little die cutter. It's the Sizzix Sidekick. And we are just going to stamp or die cut the flower and the leaves. So I'm going to stack that on the table. All right, maybe I'm not quite in view here, so I'm going to move it back a little bit. All right, so now that is locked on the table, and I have these mini cutting plates here. So I really like this because you can die cut 2 at a time. So we're going to set that up, and then I'm going to run that through the little machine. There we go. So it's going to cut the 2 leaves for me. And then I have 4 leaves on the card, so we're going to go ahead and do it twice on this little scrap paper. Alrighty, so just like that, the leaves are done. You can do all of these on your big die cutter. I just wanted to die cut on video today with this cute little toy that I have because it's perfect for the screen size. So, and then we're going to need 2 white flowers. And there we go, we have 2 white flowers. With that guy. So if you had a plain table, it would totally stick to it, but because I have paper on this table to make it look like wood, it doesn't want to stick as well. All right, so we have 4 sets of leaves and 2 flowers. All right, so we are ready to put it together. All right, so I have a card base here that is 5.5 by 8.5. And that is scored at 4 1/4. I have a 4 by 5 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4 piece of white, and let's see if I can get my tape runner to work. Probably shouldn't put it upside down. So this is just going to go right on the card base as the first layer. I'm going to line that up. And then we're going to go ahead and put the paper on it. So this is a great way to use up your pretty papers and not hoard them because it shows off the almost the whole design. All right, so now we have the panel. And what we're going to do is we're going to just put the flower on there and the leaves. So I'm just going to grab my green glue here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset these little flowers with some green glue, just a little dot, and because this is liquid, it gives you a chance to wiggle your flowers so it looks more like a daisy instead of. All right, so we have that. Didn't realize I wasn't quite on screen, so we're going to use a little foam square. I'm going to set that aside to dry. Oh no, I forgot my washi tape. All right, so I wanted to add some design across my panels to kind of anchor the thing. So I'm literally just tucking that under the edges. I've ripped it pretty close, and I'll just peel it back a little bit and tuck that under the edge. So this sparkly rose colored washi tape came in my December card kit of the month, and that was also called Warm Wishes. I just think anything pink and sparkly is just wonderful. So I have some foam squares here, so we're going to go ahead and put those on the back. Need 4 of those. All right. Can't believe I forgot the washi tape. That was the sparkly fun part of the card. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and center that on the card. And then I am going to put a foam square on the back of the flower. And if you've been watching me for a little while, you know the green glue dries pretty quickly. And then we're going to go ahead and center that on the rectangle. And now what we're going to do is we are going to just add the leaves. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of glue on the back of the leaf and tuck it under. Same thing for the second one. Just kind of offset those a little bit. And any small leaf that you have in your stash will work, and any small flower. And if you don't have a small flower die, you can pick one up in the Spellbinder shop, or you can use these things. I have these Spring Kisses, and I'm just going to pull 2 out because I have them right here. But you can layer 2 of these. They are flowers right out of the pack, and use these leaves as well if you don't have any flower dies. So if you want just a few and flowers aren't quite your thing, then that's what you do. All right, and then I have some candy dots here, and I am going to use this pink one to pick up some of the light pink in the paper. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a piece of white for the inside of my card and put that panel. I mean, you could leave the white out, but I think it gives a more finished look to your card. All right, so we're just going to glue that down, and there you have it. So there is your happy birthday card with just a few simple steps. All right, so let's take a look at the other cards real quick one more time before we go off. So I have happy birthday. I mean, they're all happy birthday, but you can change it to thinking of you. So this one has the same washi tape. This one has the darker one from the card kit. This has black sparkly washi tape, and then the one for today's card. So the extra panels that I stamped, I have some retired paper that has these really pretty roses. I have 2 pieces of it, and that's what I'm going to do with these. They're going to get the same washi tape, and they're going to get a Sweet Berry card base with some, I think, silver sparkle tape, and that's about it. So there you go. Thanks for joining me today.